Hi there. Welcome back to a new episode of The Joy of Crafting in Conan Exiles. Just had to recharge my water there. Now in the last episode we were working on getting our pyramid started. Oh dear. Seemed to have angered one of the local fauna. We'll just take care of this right quick. There we go. Now, back to what we were doing. Look at that. Look at that foundation. Look at how big it is. I feel like I see a little gap there. No, maybe it just wasn't rendering all the blocks. I think I might have so many blocks that it's having trouble rendering them all from a distance. And I didn't mean to take that fall right there, but anyway, since the last video I sort of came in here on my own time and I added one more layer up on our foundation because there's a middle bit where the ground came up higher and the grass was showing through the foundation. You don't want that. We'll have a nice solid floor. This is a big professional pyramid we're doing here. Don't need that rustic flavor of grass coming through the floor line. So what we're going to do now, I've been using the cheat menu a bit. Got myself plenty of building materials. We're going to go around the base here. Now on the front of the pyramid, I'm going to leave some gaps just to sort of be able to measure out and make sure I can find where the center is. Because I wasn't seeming to be too reliable trying to count blocks. But if I leave gaps, it'll be easier to count the gaps. Alright. So let's say if we make each gap too wide, then we won't have too many gaps to count. Make each gap and each bit ramp too wide. Now eventually we'll fill that in. We're just leaving a gap now so we can do some measuring. Whoopsie. Had a little bit of a whoopsie there. We can fix that. Hopefully we can fix that. Well, it does kind of look like an open window shutter sort of a thing. That's not what we're going for. Yeah, isn't that convenient? The bit of ramp we already had, just right where we need it. Well, you can hold down the spin button and get to spin a whole bunch of times. Didn't know that until just now. This thing really is quite big. Quite big when you sort of stand back and start looking at how many of these individual little structures we're going to have. Just to get across it. If you make a mistake, you can just wipe it right out and start over again. No big deal. seems to be inconsistent in how many spins you get, or which way, or which direction something. I have to hit the button a different number of times, and I get to try and anticipate, and trying to get in a hurry. And that's where you might have a bit of a little difficulty there. Try to get in a hurry, try to anticipate. Well. This is, well, about as far as the eye can see looking down the side of this thing, aren't we? Nope. Didn't leave enough of a gap there. I'll try to pay attention to what I'm doing here. Might notice there's a gap in the foundation there where it doesn't really matter. You can do that. Okay, and then yeah, I think this is gonna. I was worried it wasn't gonna come out to an even gap situation, but it looks like it did. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Kind of hard to see when it's such a small little bit. Hard to see whether you got it in there or not until you actually place it. The little ghostly parts are not always easily visible in a situation like that. Definitely need to put one there and here as well. Alright, so it does look like the ramps are going in just fine. Doesn't seem to be having any problems now that we're building our foundation the right way. We had a bit of an issue with that before, but we've got it all in now. Oh, that's not where we need it. And let's try to put these in first. Oh, well, looks like maybe I spoke too soon. Now we're getting into where we've got an issue. Now we're getting somewhere. There we go. Alright. Now let's just make sure. So we've got a solid corner here. So then we go one gap. Two gap, three gap, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9. 10. 11. 12. 12 gaps between two solid corners. Not really worried about this side, but just to put my mind at ease, let's go ahead and solidify that corner. So that means 12. So that means the center will be in between the 6th and 7th gaps. One, two, three, 4. Alright, we've got 6 gaps on screen now. This means there should be 6 here. And there is. So that means our center is right there. You know what, right now it kind of looks like the old Stargate pyramid, doesn't it? The beginnings of one, anyway. Then again, I haven't seen that in 20 years, so I might be misremembering, but I feel like it was sort of a checkerboard, patchwork sort of a thing from what I remember. Alright, so here's the middle. So what we're going to do is what are we going to do? Do I want to use a gate? I think the gates were 3 blocks wide, which would end up being offset. We definitely don't want an offset. Alright, we got stone, arena, chitin, staples. I think stone brick. I don't have a sandstone one. Let's just see what this does. But I do believe it's going to be 3 squares wide, which is not going to be what we want. Seems to be the case, yes. Three stones wide. Unless you could although it is, it does seem to be letting us center it that way. Then that's actually, the gap is too wide. Well, I'm not sure about this at all now. Let's go ahead and clear out the spot first. So, yeah, the problem is it's not going to let us sort of overlap it in the way that I would want to. Not any way I can figure out anyway. So I don't want it out in front of the pyramid. I would want it kind of embedded in there. But then it would leave gaps. So I think we're not going to do that. And the only question is, do I want to, I might want to reestablish this bottom level. Have a bit of ramp leading up to the gap. I don't know. Don't know. Let's fill in the sides. Let's fill in the sides next to it and then see what we're looking at. We can fill in those gaps with some sloped walls later once we figure out the actual structure here. Come up and I think I like it. It looks like we've got a bigger construction. Sort of the sand is swept in over time. Sort of it's an old pyramid. Sand is encroaching in the door. Now the question is this door wide enough? Do I want a wider door? I think I want to keep the door small. The actual door on the real pyramids probably weren't even this big. One more layer in. That's still almost no progress into the full size of the pyramid there. One more layer in. We could go quite a ways in and then start going up. Maybe we could. We definitely could. The question is, do we want to? It's our world. We can make our own decisions if we can manage to make a decision. Let's go ahead and get quite a far way in at ground level before we start. We start having stairs leading upwards. Now on the inside we want stairs. That's what I want anyway. Wait for this rubble to clear. We're gonna have a nice smooth slope on the outside, so we want to put stairs on the inside. A bit of a difference there. All right, let's climb up and see what we got here. There we go. Most of this pyramid's going to be empty, obviously. I don't have anywhere near enough things I need to build to fill it. It's just going to be... Just thinking right now if I want to... How many tunnels? How many tunnels? I might make a maze out of this. I'm getting some crazy ideas about building a labyrinth around the bottom floor. I might be a little bit crazy, but that would be something we could do with all this space. Let's just start hacking away at these. Oh dear. I sort of ignored those warnings about getting thirsty. You always gotta take care of yourself. Always want to make sure you're doing okay on the health front. Let's get in off the ramp. Let's start making a maze. Oh boy, this is gonna get silly. It's gonna get a bit silly, especially when I can't see because of the rubble in front of me. Put one there and put one offset. You don't want it to look too. Don't want it to look too even and geometrically sound. So that wouldn't really be a labyrinth, would it? So we'll offset the entrances a little bit. Alright, so we've got two going this way, and then we'll go over this way. I'm not really aiming for any particular specific direction here, so we're just going to start hacking into this for now. What's happened here? What has happened here? Oh, have I left a floor piece where I don't want one? Actually, let's keep this single wide. Couldn't see what I was doing there. Keep it a single wide maze. It looks like we took one out while leaving the one above it. Oh dear. Not sure what's happening here. Growing up is what's happening. Very uneven ground this pyramid was built on. Alright, now let's climb up and take another look, because that rubble's getting in our face. Alright, so we've gone this way quite a ways. We gotta go back in. Back in. Just one of those spur of the moment ideas I had. I said, I've got all this space. What can I do with it? I'll make myself a labyrinth. That's what I'll do. Okay, now. It's getting dark. What have we done? Still single wide, still going back this way. Alright, wait for the rubble to go. Turn right again. I think I've gotten up. Yep, gotten up. And we go right to the front of the pyramid again. get up here and get a gander at where we're going. Alright. So let's do this bit from the top because we don't want to go too far. Now once we've got the main path in, then we can come back later and add little dead ends off the sides here and there. Right now I'm just trying to do one big circuit around the pyramid. Maybe I'll just stay up here to do it, so I don't have to keep checking on myself. Go one more this way and start going back again. This is a much faster way to block out the path. Problem is, I'm going to get to a point where I've got to go in there and take out all the lower pieces. You know what? Right in the corners we'll put something. Don't know what yet, but we'll figure it out. This is going to take out my corner, isn't it? If I do this, this is going to take out this whole corner, I bet. No, there's enough foundations to hold the corner up. Okay. Okay. So right in the corner we'll put something. No idea what yet. Let's go ahead, get us down to the bottom level. Oh, I wish this rubble would clear faster. I think this is going to be it. Yep, it's not giving me a whatchamacallit. Back down to sand. I wonder if I can see. Can I see down enough from up here to... Probably not. Probably can't do it from up here. No, I can't hit that bottom block from up here. When I get down here, I got rubble in my face. Maybe it would be better to just do it from the bottom level. Because we're gonna have to do this rubble face bit anyway. Alright, Mr. Motorcycle. Well, I don't need to pull anything out. Don't need to be doing that. Alright, so I believe we've got the path cleared to the entrance now. This would be a good time to not be overweighted, but we'll make do with what we've got, which is a whole lot of building materials weighing us down. Alright, so we've got the first leg done. First leg done. Thing is, I kind of have to finish the layout now before I start building back up again. So you don't want to get your whole pyramid built up and then start kicking out foundations out from under it. You don't know what's going to fall in on you. Don't know what's going to fall in when you start doing that. So there's our wolf companion. I told him to go hang out over there so he wouldn't get in our way. But let's go offload some weight on him so we can move quicker while we cut this out. Hi there, Mr. Wolfie. We also moved our, I don't know how much he's going to be able to hold. Not much. We got way too much for him to hold. What am I thinking? Yeah, I don't know why I thought I'd be able to give him all this stuff. As I am clearly not going to be able to. Doesn't stack any higher in his inventory, that doesn't mind. Let's just go ahead and drop it. Drop it in this corner just so we know where it is. Wrong button. Probably won't be here when we come back. Just drop stuff on the ground. It doesn't matter, we cheated to get it, we can cheat it back. That's a big bag. The old loot bag full of a crazy amount of stuff. Still overweight? From the wood and the stone, I guess? Well, okay. Is that all, though? Doesn't seem like that should have me overweight. Hey, dog. Need to have a chat with you about holding something. Stone. Where are you, stone? Okay, that gets me underway. Oh. I was holding all that stone because I was destroying the foundations. You get the raw materials when you destroy stuff. Okay. Now we can move. For a while. Yeah, I forgot. I was going to be gaining weight. Getting rid of all the stuff. Okay. Let's go into, and then we'll have to turn right again. Come on. Clear out the way. There we go. Oh, I like the way that looks. Just the occasional little bit here and there. Might end up throwing some more in. It'd have to be right where it's an edge, though. Right on the edge of... Oh, well, we gotta fill that in. Is that... Where am I? I'm already getting lost in my own maze. Yep, loot bag has disappeared. Alright. That's okay. Just means we gotta make them from scratch. Main thing I need to do first, though, is fill in that gap. Where was that gap? Problem is I can't tell in which direction I'm going. Okay, here's the entrance. I'm just running through the maze. You might call me a maze runner. You might call me a maze runner. You might not. Oh, this is the deep part here. We've got 3 blocks going up here. Yeah, we can go back that way now and then turn right again. Really need somebody to clear out this roll for me, though. There we go. There's a bit showing through the sand. That's what we like to see. Where am I again? Alright, there. So let's go out, then we'll go back in, then we'll head towards that corner. Let's go one more this way. A little bit more of this floor showing. Probably don't really want to go that. I don't know. Let's just go a couple. Let's go a couple this way. Then go this way once the rubble clears again. Don't want those hard edges like that. I want it to look like this is all a solid foundation at one point. Well, doesn't look like I can go down further with this one. Looks like it's not going to let me even that out. Oh well. Oh dear, I'm getting thirsty and hungry. I wasn't watching my meters. Guess I might as well run off and refill my canteen again. Wasn't I just doing that at the beginning of the video? Run out of water fast out here in the desert. Out in the desert dries you right on out. Dries you right on out. Luckily we were smart enough to build our pyramid right next to an oasis. You could build it next to an oasis, you could build it next to a river. You can build it next to a river, just don't be in denial about needing water. Now what are we doing? Okay, we're going back there. A little bit more of a twist and turn this way. Okay, I've lost track of where I am with all this rubble in my face. Let's get a look again. Okay, we are... Oh, we went that far. Okay, definitely got to go this way some. Good. All right. Still heading that way. I started in the middle on that side. It's making this side seem a lot longer. Hoo-wee. This was a crazy idea. I don't know. Don't know what made me think I could pull this off. But we're committed now. We gotta do it now. Not giving up. Let's keep going this way. Alright. Yeah, that's still too much of a hard edge on that one. Now this is where we could start letting the sand mesh in with the foundations. I really do need some sort of a sweeper to just get this rubble out of the way quicker. Oh, look at that. Could I add? Not yet. Could just have this one go way out. Or not, as the case may be. Yep, that's where I wanted to go. I'm thinking I want to increase the size of this corner. Have it be like a big full room in the corner. Because I just also thought about putting a big room in the center. You'll have rooms. Means I gotta fill this in though. So I want it to be a square room. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, maybe I'll change the path. Cut this one out again. Dang it. I'll get it there once we just get it to snap in place where I want it. There we go. So then you come around the corner. You've got this little room here. I don't know what we'll put in it yet. Nothing we really need, just some sort of little decorations and to say, hey, you found a corner room. Wait. Okay, now I gotta finish cutting the path back out. Since I changed the path, I'm gonna have to cut it some more. Okay, right there, Dave. Just those two will do. Just those two. Now we're back into our maze. Wow, I love the look at this. I love the look of this by torchlight. Well, it's quite a sandhill here. Especially when we get a roof over it and can't see the sky at night. It'll be a real nice little spooky crypt maze hunt. It's already pretty big. Okay. Now the question, where do we go from here? I think we're gonna, oh, that's right. That's right. Let's go ahead and carve out that center room while we still know where the center is. Which means we need ramp pieces. Probably got enough stuff to just make them without having to cheat. Once we find them, that is. There we go. Oh, the ramps take plant matter. Okay. Well, in that case, I don't have the stuff to make them. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. We've got a solid corner here. We're going to count our way in so we can find the center. And of course it also gets us a bit of progress in getting the pyramid done, because this is going to be the outer level. Nope. That one didn't want to go in the right way. Okay. A little bit of grass growing up around the outside, that's fine, that's fine. As long as it's not on the inside, we're doing all right. Wait, nope, don't build one there. Almost got carried away trying to actually build this side of the pyramid, but we're doing our measuring right now. One, two, three, 4 gaps. Five gaps. Dang it. Six gaps. There'll be a bit of grass inside the pyramid, but no one's ever going to see it. Once we get these outer slopes up, it'll be well hidden. Doesn't matter what's under that top layer of paint, as long as the top layer looks good. Yep, that's fine. That works. That works. Oh, I'm going to have to do this again. It's the corners. The corners are what gets you. Fine, be that way. I know how to get resources. What? How can you say not enough resources? I just got them. What don't I have? Stone. Do these not give you stone, or do they just give you hardly any? let's try that. There we go. Takes a lot of stone to build a foundation. Okay. Good, I was worried that wasn't going to hit the sand, but it did. Nice little situation going there. Okay. Now I've got this corner almost, well, let's go ahead and get it as done as the others are. It's going to drive me crazy if I leave that little side undone there. Okay. The question is, how well can we see this from above? Don't need the torch out, it's broad daylight. Don't need to be carrying all this weight anymore either. Frame rate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hard to see, but not impossible. Going this way, we can use the entrance that we carved. So this is it, right here is the center. Let's make it one more wide in each direction. Make sure we're keeping it centered. Okay. Take out the corners first so we can keep track of what we're doing. Well, I've got a very silly dog. He'll just bark at nothing and keep on barking at it. Nothing there, just keeps on barking. I think that's going to be a big enough room. If we tried to go 8 by 8, that's the maximum you can do, but then Well, no, I guess we wouldn't have any trouble doing supports. We could go 8 by 8. Maybe let's do that. You can do 8, you can do 4 in from each side with the ceilings. That's what we did in the other castle had. I don't know if I want it to be bigger, though. I'm going to put the map room in the center, directly above this. We might as well make it 8 by 8. I don't know what I'm going to put in it, but let's just make sure we're still centered. Which, I mean, we should be if you start in the center and then go out with each corner. Just beat the devil out of these rocks and take this apart. Have a nice big center room. I could put another temple down in here. Don't know what one I would put in here, but what about, I wonder. There is another temple I can build already that I haven't built. I could put 2 temples in this pyramid. The Yogg temple I want to build out in some creepy crawly place. But there was another temple, what was it? We've already got that. We've already got Mitra. We've already got Derketo. Yogg is the one I just said. Where was it? It had like a little cross on it, I think. There it is. Emir. Well, he is a frost giant. Maybe we want to build that. Maybe we want to build that up in a cold place, just to fit a theme of the frost giant. How do I look at my religions? A little kneeling man there, I bet that's it. Okay, we've got Mitra, we got Set, Yogg, Mir, Derketo. I know there's other ones you can get, but I haven't learned them yet. Let's see if I can have a look-see at what they all are. Just looking at the internet right now. Bear with me. Jebel Sag. I can make a potion to go meet Jebel Sag, I guess. I don't know how you can make the temple too, though. Crom. Crom is one I don't have. Doesn't look like Crom is something you can actually do, though. It says he doesn't take any worship. Doesn't appear to be anything we can do with him. Okay. Emir is the frosty one. Mitra set we're building in here. Jebel Sag. That's the other one I don't have that I believe is going to get a temple once I learn the religion. Yep, appears to be. What's he all about now? Yeah, you have to go to the Midnight Grove. Claws and creatures. Sounds like he's a animalistic god. Lord of the Beast, yeah. Okay. So we could probably put his temple in this room, maybe. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter for right now. We're a long way off from being able to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Although, I was going to build a... I did want to build a treehouse at some point. That would be a good place, out in the jungle treehouse. Have a temple to a animalistic god out in the jungle where the animals are. Alright, so we've got this blocked out. Yeah, okay. Still in the middle, still in the middle. Of course it is. Now, chop out the floor so we get down to the ground level where we're working. Probably shouldn't have started by blocking myself into a corner. But maybe that's the best way to do it after all. That way we can get to the very bottom level and start taking out yada yada yada. Taking them out multiples at a time. Maybe I'll have this one be one layer up higher. So we've got a nice solid floor under it. Don't think I want just a slopey raw sand floor for this room. Oh boy, it's a lot of work undoing all that work I did. Taking out all these things I built so many. So many. It's crazy how many I built. But that's the process you take. Go layer by layer and then see what you need to adjust. But we're getting there. Only really one layer left. Kicking this out. I'll probably do some more tunnel carving on my own time. I think you've seen enough of that to get the point. Don't need to show you carving out all the tunnels for our labyrinth. Just get this one central room finished. Then we'll come back to the next episode. We'll probably have the whole labyrinth done when I tune back in. It's fun for me doing it, but I don't know how much of it y'all would want to watch, so we'll just skip to at least the main path of the labyrinth already being done. Our central room. We already got one corner room. 3 by 3, I think it was. We got the entrance carved in. We got quite a bit of the labyrinth. So I'll work on this on my own time, and we'll come back and we'll have a labyrinth, the main path. I'm not going to do the side paths yet, just the main path. Around the 4 corners in the central room. I'll probably have a path from each corner to the center. And maybe I'll leave the central. Maybe I'll just... No. I was thinking I might just go ahead and have the central tunnel come all straight all the way back to make it easy, but I want that central tunnel to go up to the map room that's going to be up above here. Maybe I'll make a staircase from... Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later. Might make a staircase from... That way I can run the central tunnel up to the map room. And then a staircase down to this room. And then use the labyrinth to get to the corners. That might be what I do. Anyway. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.